Phones. Open 6 days a week until 1:30 at lunchtimes and 9 in the evenings. Give it a try.
Message 2.
This is Rockin Tony from Strictly Come Rockin'. You can catch my show every Wednesday lunchtime, 12 till 2 on Source FM, where you can hear artists like The Bullets, Ray Campy, Gene Vincent, Eddie Cochran, Bill Haley. Join for 2 hours of great rockin' music every Wednesday lunchtime on Source.
Message 3.
Greetings, former pop pickers, music-loving Jimmy Miller here, inviting you to join me on Source FM 96.1, Mondays 1 to 3. I'll be keeping you company with plenty of friendly chatter. There's from the golden era of rock and roll that's guaranteed to keep your feet tapping. Not off, my lover. Musical all sorts with me, Jimmy Miller, only on Source FM 96.1. Don't miss it, my lovely. It's Nancy and Nicey. Not off. All right. Stay bright, boy. Ta-ra. See you again.
This is a message from the government and the NHS about how to protect yourself and others from coronavirus. Wash your hands as usual for 20 seconds each time. Use soap and water or a hand sanitizer when you get home or arrive at work, when you blow your nose, sneeze or cough, and when you eat or handle food. For more information, go to nhs.uk/coronavirus. Protect yourself and others.
Good afternoon, listeners. You are listening to Source FM with me, Rockin Tony, live on the radio at 96.1 FM, live online at www.sourcefm.co.uk. And I do hope you can all hear me this week. I do apologise for last week. Bit of a technical problem, but it's sorted now. Thanks to Mr. Mike Hotwood. So there you go. Right, we've got it sorted, I hope. I'm just waiting for a text to come through. Right, first up, as you all know by now, here is my lovely grandson, Ethan.
You were listening to Strictly Come Rockin'. Play the music, Pappy.
Got a bad desire. Tell me now, baby, is it good to you? Let me do to you the things I do. Let me take you higher. Sometimes this life don't look nice, baby, and you know I got 6 inch better. My soul. And I wake up and she's somewhere away from you, belonging. You desire.
Come on.
Sometimes it's like you took a night, baby, and you know I got 6 inch better. My soul. And I wake up and she's away. You my The moon is bright above. Oh, what a night for love. And as I hold you near, I whisper in your ear. I go ape every time I see you smile. I'm a ding-dong gorilla and I carry your caveman style. I'm gonna bop you on the head and love you all the while. Well, I'm a monkey's uncle who's a cousin to a chimpanzee. Like a reeling and a rockin' and a swinging from a coconut tree. Oh, honey, can't you see you'll bring out the monkey business in me? Rang-a-tangle-ling ting-tong, I'm related to old King Kong. Honey, won't you say you're mine? With a hunky-dunky monkey shine. When you hold my hand, I'm a prehistoric man. I go ape. Like a barrel of monkeys on an abba-dabba honeymoon. I go screeching and a howling like a big bamboo. Lord, if you don't come and kiss me soon. Yeah, yeah. Oh, honey, you know that I'm gonna be true to you. I'll keep you in bananas and bring you coconuts too. And we'll settle down in the nearest county zoo. Whoa! Rang-a-tangle-ling ting-tong, I'm related to old King Kong. Woo! Honey, won't you stay your mind? Well, you shine. When you hold my hand, I'm a prehistoric man. I go ape.
Oh yeah, looking, looking, oh yeah, looking, looking, oh yeah,
Looking, ever looking.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
For a lover like yours, I've been looking.
oh yeah, oh
When you look to your eyes, I know I found my paradise. And it's just for you. I've been looking.
oh yeah,
Waiting, never waiting.
oh yeah,
For a lover like yours, I've been waiting.
oh yeah,
But when your lips met mine, I found my love divine. It's just for you. I've been waiting. Oh, the love is the life of an ordinary life. Had but I want a desire. If I know one love, I found my life. I have set my soul on fire. Looking, waiting, ever searching.
You ain't going
oh yeah,
For a love like yours, I've been searching.
oh yeah,
The moment that you look my way, I knew that love was here to stay. It's just for you. I've been looking. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good recording. Yeah, that was Pete Zeller. Yeah, I did say I'll give him a little play. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, as long as you got me coming through the radio, I know I'm on air. Excellent, mate. All right, mate. I'll speak to you in a bit. All right, mate. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that, mate.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Little guy, you better see almost everything. I'm gonna take my baby away. Baby, why don't you wake up? All we gotta do is make up. Come on, baby, don't wake up with me. When I saw you walking with the hills the other night, And I almost quit when I saw you squeezing tight. Baby, why don't you wake up? All you gotta do is make up. Come on, baby, don't wake up with me. But you remember all the things that we used to do before he came along and looked at you. But you remember when you said you felt me soft? Baby, now please don't go. Well, I don't know exactly this is what I'm going to do. Because if you like him, I know that he likes you. Baby, why don't you wake up? All we gotta do is make up. Come on, baby, don't wake up with me. Yeah, let's go on. But I don't know exactly this is what I'm gonna do. Because if you like him, I know that he likes you. Well, come on, baby, don't wake up. All we gotta do is make up. Come on, baby, don't wake up with me. Come on, baby, don't wake up with me. Well, come on, baby, don't wake up with me.
Lord, I turned on my radio. What do you think I hear? Digging a bunch of bebops. They got them red hot rockin' blues. Got them red hot rockin' blues. They all them cats are rockin', bobbing to the red hot rockin' blues. Lord, I got a Main Street mama that she thinks she's way up out. I ain't never seen a chick couldn't be put down to get them red hot rockin' blues. To get them red hot rockin' blues. They all the cats are rockin', off into the red hot rockin' Lord, I'm gonna go down Main Street, Daddy. I'm gonna turn down the hill. Gonna find that Melvin chick. One day call her till she got them red hot rockin' blues. She got them red hot rockin' blues. Yeah, all the chicks are rockin', bobbing through the red hot.
Oh, there you go, listeners. That was 5 brilliant tracks just now. Apologies for that first track out of those 5. That was converted from a video that my good mate Pete Zalek done on his lovely wife Zoe's group page on Facebook called Own Your Voice, and that was done a couple of months ago. So please bear with me on that. I'll just run you through those tracks. That one there, what can I say? Just a rockabilly classic. Mr. Jesse James and Red Hot Rockin' Blues from the album 20 Great Rockabilly Hits Volume 1. And then before that, it was none other than rockabilly legend himself, Ray Smith, and Break Up, his original version of Break Up. And that's off the Traveling with Ray, a 1960 album. And then a guy I've played on the show before, but not that track, I don't think, Lookin' by Royce Porter. And that's from the Rockabilly Party Ace Records that came out on Ace Records back in the 80s, had to be by now. And then before that, what can I say? My all-time favorite Neil Sedaka track from the album Rockin' with Sedaka. It was "I Go Ape" by Neil Sedaka. I must bring in Wee Willie Harris's version of that. He does a brilliant version, trust me. And then before that, as I said, recorded at home, not available anywhere. It was Pete Zalek doing his version of "I'm on Fire." I do apologise for the sound on that and at the start of the show. finally got it sorted here, and I know you can all hear me on the radio, so there you go. And then before all of them, it was my beautiful grandson Ethan and his great little intro for the show. Right, first up, go to John Wheatley, who's joined me on my live feed on the YouTube there. Good afternoon, John. Good afternoon, Anne Martin. How are you? Sound and picture all good, excellent. And good afternoon to me bro-in-law, Billy Boy. That's Billy Boy. How you doing, Billy Bro? Get on there. And also to a very, very good friend of mine, Mr. Louis Bray, who's listening. So good afternoon to you, Louis. Good afternoon to Mary Powell also, and a big hello. And good afternoon to my mum, Jean, and all the residents and staff at the White House. Right, and anybody else who might be listening, I think Gail Burnett might be listening. So good afternoon to you, Gail. Stay tuned, because I've got a track coming up at the end of the show just for you. Right, what am I going to give you now? I'm going to give you some real crazy rockabilly now. Are you ready to go wild? Because I am. So let's all get wild with Mr. Rudy Grizel.
Let's have a party. Call all the girls. Hello, Miss Claudie. Wah, wah, wah. Let's get wild, wah, wah. Let's get wild, wah, wah. All night long. Well, the blue suede cats and the dungaree dolls. Everyone's invited, gonna get wild, wah, 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 wah. Let's get wild, wah, wah. Let's get wild, wah, wah. All night long. Yeah. Hello, good morning, man. Man, that's a great song, you know, just a song. We go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, go on forever. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Let's get wild, wild, wild. Let's get wild, wild, wild. All night long. Well, now, little Cushia, it's old Caledonia. She's got folks celebrating regular matrimony. Oh, wild, wild, wild. Let's get wild, wild, wild. Let's get wild, wild, wild. All night long. Hope y'all don't make it on this dance, will you? Yeah. Look out, here I come. We'll do the Chinese mambo, the Cuban cha-cha-cha. We'll even do like wow, wow, wow. Let's get wow, wow, wow. Let's get wow, wow, wow. All night long. Well, all night long. All night long. Well, all night long. Well, then let's get wild. Yes, yes, let's get wild. Wow, wow, wow. Well, let's get wild. All night long. Well, now, come on now, Chip, let's get wild. Quit making like grandma now, please, Chip. You want me to put you down? Come on now, Chip, let's...
Special breed, she got the moons out of May. Looks so sweet, yes indeed. But she knows just how to get what. She's a firecracker, dynamite, firecracker. She's about to ignite. Yeah, come on everybody, have you heard the news? Firecracker's coming and she's about to break loose. It's a woman right from the start. Nothing but passion in this wild girl's heart. Out of the moon, start singing the blues. Firecrackers got to blow Bonnie and Stew. She's a firecracker, 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 firecracker. She's a firecracker, she's dynamite. Ready to go, she's gonna blow the night. She's been hurt, you've been pushed and shoved. You don't want your pet, you just want to go. Been knocked down, but she got up. And if you're not careful, she's still gonna go. Firecracker, dynamite, firecracker. She's about to ignite. Yeah, come on everybody, have you heard the news? Firecrackers coming and she's about to break loose. burning in this wild girl's heart. Now at the moon, stop singing the blues. Firecrackers got to go for the excuse. She's a firecracker, firecracker, firecracker. She's a firecracker, firecracker. She's dynamite, ready to go. She's gonna go tonight.
Bye-bye, baby doll, I find you too high class. I bought myself a ticket, but you won't let me pass. King champagne and caviar, all very grand. But I'm just rocking to a rock and roll band. You find a joy that's a hopping and a cat that's a bopping, and there'll be no stopping me, just wait and see. A lot of things I gotta do, go, but I'm a dancing juice, honey, I should lose the blues. My baby, high class baby, high class baby, high class baby, high class baby. Well, go find me, good show, tell her that you love her and things are going wrong. Maybe with the happiness, but I stay here rocking cause it's what I love the best. And a joy that's a hopping and a cat that's a popping, and there'll be no stopping me, just wait and see. A lot of things I gotta do, go, but I'm a dancing juice, honey, I should lose the blues. My baby, high class 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 baby. My baby, high class baby. I bought myself a ticket, but you won't let me pass. The picture came in caviar, all very grand. But I've been just rocking to a rock and roll band. You find a joy that's a hopping and a cat that's a popping, and there'll be no stopping me, just wait and see. A lot of things I gotta do, no, but I'm a dancing juice, honey, I should lose the blues. My baby, high class baby, high class baby, high class baby, high class baby. You gotta say with me, high class baby, and believe me, honey, you're taking it far. You can't find a true love with a sack of gold. Come on, little honey, before you go to old in a joy that's a hopping and a cat that's a popping, and there'll be no stopping me, just wait and see. A lot of things I gotta do, go, but I'm a dancing juice, honey, I should lose the blues. Wait until you hear the news. You're still my own true, my very own true. You're still my hot class baby. High class baby. Oh, baby, you're so high class. I don't mean mean to me, baby. You're not chopping and changing, wanna make up your mind. You're not chopping and changing, wanna make up your mind. They say a fool and his money are so hard every day that only even be broken heart and chopping and changing, wanna make up your mind. And I stop and start before the day is so low. And I stop and start before the day is so low. They say you're always better safer than whoops, sorry, why'd you have to cover me so hard to worry? Stop and start before the day is so low. And I'm jumping and changing, chopping and changing, yeah. Chopping and changing, sleeping of your mind. All right now, rocking and rolling and singing the way I blues. And I'm rocking and rolling and singing the way I blues. They tell me 2 minutes now is for your chance of indeed. You never made it for broken romance. Chopping and changing, sleeping of your mind. With love you, then you turn to walk. Tell me, baby, with the yakety yak. Don't waste even just chewing fat. If you don't treat me, well, I know what it's fun. You know I love you. When I want to mess, don't you me book. When I want to kiss, don't tell you. When I want to tell, don't tell me, baby. When I want to love, I don't want you, baby. Baby, don't treat me. Well, it's fun, it's fun. In my love machine. Oh, bug me, baby. Woo-woo. When I want to kiss, don't tell me. When I want to kill, don't tell me. When I want to love, I don't want you, baby. In my love machine. Let's go, boy. Oh yeah, there you go. 3 different Cliff Richard tracks for you there. First up, that one there, totally different to Cliff's Don't Bug Me Baby. Same song, but just a great version by Shaky. And that is taken from the album. Let me have a look here. I have got it here. Yeah, it's taken from the album named Shaky. There you go. So Shaky doing a great version of Don't Bug Me Baby there. I forget who did the original because I'm sure Cliff didn't do the original, but it'll come to me and I'll find the original and bring it in. And then before that, it was Cliff from the album Rare and Rockin, the Unissued Recordings. And his track, Chopping and a Changing. I just love that track. I really do. Just a great little track. And then before that, doing their own version of Cliff's High Class Baby. It was Frank S. Boyd from that British Sound of Volume 3. And if I'm not mistaken, Frank Boyd was Cliff's manager for a short period in the early days. So there you go. You got the manager doing the, what do they call them? The Stars track, Clients track, whatever. So there you go. And then before that, it was Firecracker by Cherry Divine from the album Ain't No Fool. And then from the album Let's Get Wild, it was Rudy Grizel and Let's Get Wild, the complete version. I presume it's slightly longer than the normal versions. Right, I don't know about you folks, but I think it's time now that we all had a little bit of the Munsters. So here's the Munsters theme for you. But who's doing it? Ha 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 ha. Come on, who's doing this? rickety track. Like a train rolling round the track. I call it loving up a stone. Said it's loving up a stone. It's good for you, baby. It won't do you no harm. Get the wheel done. All I can hear is a sigh. Something touches me and tear your heart. Loving up a stone. Loving up a stone. Yeah, it's good for you, baby. It won't do you no harm. Yeah, let's go. Ow, whoa. Embrace and darling, I get wild as a hurricane. When we kiss, like balls of fire, I just wanna join it through my veins. I gotta understand. Whoa, the storm. Yeah, it's good for you, baby. Ain't gonna do you no harm. I said it's good for you, baby. Ain't gonna do you no harm. Well, it's good for you, baby. It ain't gonna do you no harm. Open up, honey, it's your love about me, that's my end. Why don't you listen to me, sugar, all the cats are at the high school rockin'? Honey, get your bobbin shoes, for the jukebox blows fuse. Everybody hoppin', everybody's bobbin' at the high school hop. Bobbin' at the high school hop. Hey, at the high school hop. Oh, at the high school hop. Rockin' at the high school hop. Everybody hoppin', everybody's bobbin' at the high school hop. Come on, little baby, let's rock a little bit tonight. Ooh, let's begin to with the sugar that's shaking tonight. Well, my heart will beat the rhythm and my feet are moving smooth and alive. Well, bobbing at the high school hop. Bobbing at the high school hop. We're shaking at the high school hop. Moving at the high school hop. Everybody hopping, everybody rocking, bobbing at the high school hop. Now let's go! I'll take it, killer! I'm gonna give you some good news. Look at here, make a mama like a brown on my shoes. Hey, I'm a heart to beat the rhythm of soul, singing the blues. Well, I'm in the high school hop. Oh, I'm in the high school hop. You're just jumping at the high school hop. Tiny? I'm not tiny. Let's go! Open up the high school hop. Open up the high school hop. Open up the high school hop. Everybody hopping, rocking at the high school hop.
Oh, there you go. The late, great legend that is Mr. Ronnie Dawson off the album Action Pack. Off the album Rockin' Bones and his track Action Pack. Just love that. Just the way that just drives along is unbelievable, I have to say. And then before that, it was Wipeout by the Firebirds, and that's off the G single that they brought out. That's back in the late 80s, mid to late 80s. That's actually the B side of that single. And then before that, it was High School Confidential, none other than the last man standing, as he always said he was, the killer, Mr. Jerry Lee Lewis. And that's from the album Let the Good Times Roll. And would you believe it? He was 85 last week. Jerry Lee Lewis turned 85 last week. What an age. And he's still alive. Unfortunately, he's given up recording, which I think is about time. I mean, he must be, his voice must be going a bit now, bless him. But he is the last man standing out of all the big names from way back in the day. So that was the Killer and my all-time favourite Killer track for you. High School Confidential. There you go. And then before that, it was Loving Up a Storm, the old Jerry Lee track. And it was Jerry Temple, and that's from the British Rock and Roll Beat, a tribute to Diana Dawes, Volume 5 album. And then before that, nobody on the live feed got it. I said who was doing the Monsters theme. It was Mr. Howl Lim Wilson. Yep, Alan Wilson and his version of the Monsters. And that's from Wilson's Weird World of Instrumentals. There you go. Right, hello to Donna Sadler, who's there on the live feed, and Anne Martin got that one just then. Ronnie Dawson. Right, what am I going to give you now? Oh yeah, I got a track coming up now, and I'm going to play this guy again the end of the month because it's Halloween, and you've got to bung in a bit of on Halloween. You have to put in a bit of Mr. Screaming Lord Sutch.
I'm a heart for you, baby. I can't get enough of your love. I'm a heart for you, baby. I can't get enough of your love. When I go to sleep at night, that's the only thing I'm dreaming of. One little baby went to London. Yeah. One baby went to Liverpool. Yeah. This little thing is coming over your house. It's gotta make you all night long. Cause I'm a hot baby. I can't get enough of your love. When I go to sleep at night, it's the only thing I'm thinking of. One little baby in a pork chop. Yeah. One baby in a bumblebee. Yeah. This little thing is coming over your house. Gotta get it into your feelings. Cause I'm a hot baby. I can't get enough of your love. When I go to sleep at night, that's the only thing I'm dreaming of.
Let's go, baby.
One little baby met Frankenstein. One baby met Dracula. This little baby has a gun out there. She starts screaming loud, such oh, baby, I can't get enough of your love. When I go to sleep at night, that's the only thing I'm dreaming of. When I go to sleep at night, that's the only thing I'm dreaming of. When I go to sleep at night, that's the only thing I'm dreaming of.
Made a lot of money and lost it all. Should have learned my lesson that I am not built upon. Everybody told me I was gonna pay the price. Didn't ever listen to a word of good advice. Now I'm waiting tables, got myself to blame, and I'm working hard. Just the same, there's a wolf at the door. There's a wolf at the door. Could it be the one I saw before? There's a wolf at the door. Hiding in the shadows, ready to the call. There's a wolf at the door. Drink a lot of whiskey and rocked around the clock. It took a lot of dance to make the jukebox rock. Drank a lot of tired and another cook to feel. Eat it up, another let the steering wheel. Now I work the car wash, gone around the street, and I'm working hard just to make it sweet. But there's a wolf at the door. There's a wolf at the door. Could it be the one I saw before? There's a wolf at the door. Hiding in the shadows, ready to the clown. There's a wolf at the door. crazy in the head. I should be in the big, but I'm always in the red. Trying not to stand, I'm on 2 feet. Heading straight for nowhere on a dead end street. I learned a lot of lessons and I had a lot of fun. Earned a lot of money and I ended up with none. Now and day I'm contemplating everything I lack. Waiting for my bank account to get back in the bag. When I get some money, I promise you, my friend, you that's down the road. On again, and there's a wolf at the door. There's a wolf at the door. Could it be the one I saw before? There's a wolf
Halloween, that'll be Donna.
at the door. In the shadows,
If I play it.
there's a wolf at the door. Lazy in the body, crazy in the head. I should be in the big, but I'm always in the red. Trying not to stand on my own 2 feet. Heading straight for nowhere on a dead end street. And there's a wolf at the door. There's a wolf at the door. Could it be the one that I saw before? There's a wolf at the door. Hiding in the shadows, red and purple cloud. There's a wolf at the door. 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 Hiding in the shadows, red and purple cloud. There's a wolf, 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 wolf at the door. There's a wolf at the door. There's a wolf at the door. Could it be the one that I saw before? There's a wolf at the door. Hiding in the shadows, red into the cloud. There's a wolf at the door.
Oh yeah, here's a bit of Elvis for you and your cheating heart.
Your cheating heart will make you weep. You cry and cry, and I try to sleep, but I sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell me when tears are coming down.
I know.
Just the way that I do. Your cheating heart will tell me.
Will till on
No.
will till on
in bed with his radio. Used to be that dynamo, cause standing next to the rock and roll. Well, dynamo. 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 Standing on the corner waiting for a chance. Working out the gas, starting that romance. Saturday night, she's go, then down to the fish fry, picking and mo. Well, dynamo. Dynamo. Oh! Rock and roll. Don't want to fight on Saturday night. Come on now, get it out more. Well, get it out more. Yeah, get it out more. I ain't gonna go. Get it out more. Go.
Oh, here's a bit of Gene Vincent for you.
Oh, baby, can't you see that you were meant for me? I want your loving, yes, sir. I want a lot of loving. Oh, well, I want a lot of hugging. Oh, baby, please receive, give me the love I need. I want your loving, yes, indeed. I want you, I need you, I love you so much. Sugar, baby, you give me that magic touch. You set me and thrill me, baby, it's so fine. I want your love, baby, all the time. I want a lot of hugging. Oh, well, I want a lot of kissing. Oh, baby, don't forget, I'm gonna get you there. I want your loving. Oh, you I want your loving. Yes, sirree. I want your loving, yes sir. I want you, I need you, I love you so much. Sugar baby, you give me that magic touch. You send me a thrill, me baby, it's so fine. I want you, loving baby, all the time. I want a lot of hugging. Oh baby, don't forget, I wanna get you, yeah. I want your loving from your back.
Oh, yeah, I bet you all thought I was playing Gene Vincent then, and a lot of loving. It was Gene Vincent's A Lot of Loving, but that was by none other than Norton Johnson, and that's off one of the CDs Mr. Malcolm Raven gave me. That's off the CD Volume 1. And then before that, Ray Neal and the All-Stars from the Best of British Rockabillys and Get It On Mo, and that's from my good mate, Mr. Bob Burgess, who's playing drums on that. There you go. I'm sure everybody on the rocking scene knows Mr. Wild Bob Burgess. I put in this track Emma a while ago. I must bring that in again at some stage. And then before that, it was The Pearls from the album or CD Volume 2. Again, one of Mr. Malcolm Raven's CDs that he gave me. And Your Cheating Heart doing a great doo-wop version there of the Hank Williams track. When I first heard that, I thought I have to put that on the show. It just has to go on the show. It's a great bit of doo-wop. And to hear Cheating Heart, Your Cheating Heart done doo-wop style, just brilliant. The Pearls for you there. Before that, Wolf at the Door, the Delatones off their Uncovered CD. And I played that track because the track just before it, I'm a Hog for You Baby by Screaming Lord Sutch and the Savages. Wendy from the Delatones was actually backing singer for Screaming Lord Sutch. And it just sounds nice, just bring it in nice. And also to tell you that the Delatones have a new album that you can pre-order on Western Star now called Rocksomnia. I should be getting a copy of that myself. Love that band. the Delatones, there you go. And then, as I said before that, the Criminals, Such, and the Savages, and I'm a Hog for You, Baby. Right, listeners, I've just got to do this quickly. I know it's a bit early, but I'm going to give you this anyway. I'm just going to do this for you a minute. Let's get things sorted. And I shall be right back after these few messages.
Hello, welcome to the Source FM 96.1 message hotline. There are 3 new messages. Message 1.
I'm a man in a suit. No charisma whatsoever. I'm just going to sell you a fire alarm. Even if you don't want, I shall carry on unsuccessfully persuading you and acting like I'm better than you.
We're not like that. We're friendly, all happy fire and safety company Exco. That's us. We'll do a proper job as well as sharing a biscuit and a lovely free conversation. So give us a call on 01326 372 878.
Message 2.
Trident, plumbing, heating and electrical. Dedicated experienced professionals, passionate about a sustainable Cornwall. From new bathrooms to heating systems, for boiler servicing and installation to rewiring your home. Our expert advice and qualified trade teams work at the cutting edge of our profession. With the help of Trident, people throughout Cornwall have made their homes more energy efficient, more practical and ready for the future. Installation, maintenance, renewable energies. Call today for your free quotes. Trident, plumbing, heating and electrical. Trident, Cornwall.co.uk.
Message 3.
It's Steve Willoughby. I present the Gwen Penny Breakfast Show. Thursday, 9 to 11. Join me for great music, choirs, oldies, remember, Jack. You talk too much, you worry me to death. And something for the kiddies.
Mary the elephant and her trumpets.
On the Gwen Penny Breakfast Show, Source FM 96.1.
This is a message from the government and the NHS about how to protect yourself and others from coronavirus. Wash your hands more often than usual, for 20 seconds each time. Use soap and water or a hand sanitizer when you get home or arrive at work, when you blow your nose, sneeze or cough, and when you eat or handle food. For more information, go to nhs.uk/coronavirus. Protect yourself and others.
End of messages.
We're back, listeners. There you go. Right. Is your old lampshade tattered and torn? Want to buy a new one? In fact, want to buy a whole new retro lamp and shade? Then why not pop along to Retroshade? And speak to Mark Wellen, and you can go to www.retroshade.co.uk, or you can email at info@retroshade.co.uk. Or you can call Mark on 07530 826 540 for details. And for specification, dude, we'll make them all to your specifications. Now, ladies, are you looking for that something just very nice for Christmas for your partners, for your the man in your life? Then why not pop along to the Facebook page, Hey Miss Liz, gotta have this, and see what she makes. She makes some great bouts there. And for you guys too, pop along and buy your wife, your girlfriend, your partners a lovely handmade handbag. All there on Hey Miss Liz, gotta have this, the Facebook page. Right, and if you're wondering what to do next year during the summer holidays and all, and you're in Falmouth, why not go for a boat trip? Why not go to Halford River Cruises or Riverfowl and Harbour Cruises with the Medina Miss and the Princessa? And you can book and get all the info by calling Mike or John on 07977 547 084 or 01326 212 939, and their office is the first only yellow one on the pier, and that's all through the summer every year. So pop along to that. And I just want to say a big thank you to Mike Pearl for 2 weeks ago for a lovely trip out that he gave me and my grandson Ethan 2 weeks ago around the harbour. We had a great trip, great time. Thank you very much, Mike, mate. Really appreciate it. Right, are you getting married next year? Want your wedding car? Then why not give Honeybugs of Cornwall a ring? VW wedding car hire. They have 2 VW buses, look lovely, all dolled up and done up and everything. And you can contact Sarah on 0798 1166098. Right, that's all I got. I got no gigs because there are none at the moment, unfortunately, for us all this year. So what am I going to do? Well, I think I'm going to give you this little jingle here from my good mate, Mr. Rebel Dean, and then after that, go straight into a bit of jingling, son.
Hey, this is Rebel Dean from Rebel Dean and the Starcats, and we always tune in to Tony Martin's Strictly Come Rockin' Show.
Hey, Cat, where you going, man? Man, I'm going down to Bob Street. Tell me, Cat, where's that direction? Man, ain't you heard? They got one of them in every town. Real cool. Bob Street. Bob Street.
Well, the cats and the kittens all over Bob Street. Jumping here, cause they ain't no sweat. I play their players and I play their whole Bob Street. Ain't no time to where the cats are cool. I jump in here, I jump in there, I jump everywhere. The jumping jacks are hard to beat, cause they're the cats and the kittens all over Bob Street.
Oh, pick it, Cliff.
Well, they were start tonight, rockin' and rollin' all the time. Green blue jeans and crazy shoes, like they're hard to beat, cause they're the cats and the kittens of the whole Bob Street. Jump, Jack, jump!
All right now.
That's the street where who kids go to spending their time in the hard and low. About an old Bob Street going now, the jukebox music with the rolling sound. Well, they jumping here, jumping there, jump everywhere. Jumping jacks are hard to beat, cause they're the cats and the kittens all over Bob Street. Bob Street. Bob Street.
Come on, man, let's get going. Yeah, let's go on down to Bob Street.
For those on the live feed, who's singing this one?
We're gonna dance in the street tonight. We're gonna dance to the beat to the Bob Street. We're gonna dance in the street tonight. Where we're gonna find the street and watch the talk for you. The cars and the sizzle and the pick up the seats. Turn on the radio, turn on the light. Have a little tricks and we dance all night. Dance in the street tonight. Dance in the street tonight. We're gonna dance to the beat to the Bob Street. We're gonna dance in the street tonight. Yeah.
Let's go!
We'll dance in the street tonight. We're gonna dance in the street tonight. We're gonna dance to the beat to the Bob Street. We're gonna dance in the street tonight. Well, we're gonna find a street and watch the talk for you. The cars and the sizzle, keep up the seats. Turn on the radio, turn on the light. Got a little tricks and we dance all night. Dance in the street tonight. Dance in the street tonight. We're gonna dance to the beat to the Bob Street. We're gonna dance in the street tonight.
Let's go! Oh, pick it, boy.
Dance on the street, dance on the street, oh, dance on the street, oh, yeah, dance to the beat, to the Bob Street, we're gonna dance on the street tonight, yeah, dance on the street tonight, dance on the street tonight, dance on the street, oh, dance on the street, oh, yeah, dance to the beat, to the Bob Street, we're gonna dance.
Who's this, Anne Martin? Let's go.
My love was just for you. Out of the time you left me feeling blue. Black magic. Black magic. That magic took a hold of me. You told me that your love was true all the time. Black magic. Will you ever let me? Will you ever set me free?
Love you, boy.
Oh, my love was just for you. Out of the time you left me feeling blue. Black magic. Black magic. You used like magic, baby, on the song. I took it to hold your hand, but I was so cold to the people. Black magic. Will you ever let me? Will you ever set me free? Will you ever let me? Will you ever set me free? Will you ever let me? Will you ever set me free?
Oh, baby, when I'm stealing your kisses on a spree, such a funny feeling starts creeping over me. I'm hungry for your loving, 'cause you make love my way. I'm hungry for your loving. I crave you night and day. Don't go away and leave me. I want you for my own. Why must you say goodbye to me and leave me here alone? I'm hungry for your loving, 'cause you make love my way. I'm hungry for your loving. I crave you night and day. When I don't get your loving, I feel I'm underfed. Just look for me way downtown, standing on my head. I'm hungry for your loving, 'cause you make love my way. I'm hungry for your loving. I crave you night and day. Just tell me that you want me the way I'm wanting you. You can feed my hungry love that's starving now for you. I'm hungry for your loving, 'cause you make love my way. I'm hungry for your loving. I crave you night and day.
Oh yeah, there you go. That was Hungry for Your Loving. I just thought I should have put that on earlier after I'm a Hog for You, baby, shouldn't I? I'm a Hog for Your Love. But then that one there was I'm Hungry for Your Loving by Danny Adil, and that's off the Rockin' Hepcat Volume 2 album. And then before that is Black Magic. I forget who did the original of that now. It was in my head, it's gone now. Yeah, Black Magic, and that was by Colbert Hamilton and the Nitros off the album Still Tagging Along. And then before that, doing a great version of Gene Vincent's Dance in the Street. It was Rockin' Lord Me and the Outlaws off their album Out at Last. And that was with the original lineup with Doug Loveridge on guitar and vocals, Mark Loveridge, Doug's younger brother, on double bass, Justin Pugh on lead guitar, and Matthew Channels on drums. And then before that, well, what can I say? the one and only Mr. Gene Vincent with the Blue Caps and a Bot Street from Gene Vincent, the Gene Vincent box set, and that CD1, Bebopalula from 1956. 1956 anyway. CD 106 there, and that was a great bit of guitar, if I'm not mistaken, by none other than Mr. Cliff Gallup playing on that. And don't forget that wild drum beat behind them, all from Mr. Dickie Bebop Harold. And then before that, it was my jingle, or not my jingle, Rebel's jingle that he did for the show. So thank you very much, Rebel. Right, what do I have for you now? Coming up now. Oh, yeah, here's a bit of Bobby Lord for you. Great bit of Bobby Lord. Played this on the show a few times, and I thought I'd bring it in again just in case anybody had missed it. So here's Bobby Lord, and everybody's rocking but me.
Pardon my intrusion, mister. Excuse me if I seem bold, but there's something I want to say about shake, rattle, and roll. Well, everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking but me. Well, I don't rock like crazy. I'm just a country man. I don't have no blue suede shoes, but they're stepping on my toe cans. Well, everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking but me. So everybody's rocking, everybody's rocking, everybody's rocking, everybody's rocking but me. But I don't understand their talking, I can't get their style. I don't know any alligators and who's this crocodile. Everybody's rocking, everybody's rocking, everybody's rocking, everybody's rocking but me. Well, I don't rock like crazy. I'm just a country man. I don't have no blue suede shoes, but they're stepping on my toe cans. Everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking. Everybody's rocking but me.
Oh yeah, here's a bit of rockabilly boogie for ya.
It's a rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie. Come on, dance to the beat of the rockabilly. Gonna dance all day, gonna dance all night. Come on, everybody, it's a wonderful sight. It's a rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie. Come on, dance to the beat of the rockabilly. But all the old folks died, all the young folks died. I got myself a baby, oh how they'll care. It's a rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie. Come on, dance to the beat of the rockabilly. Why you swing it to the left, then you swing it to the right. Swing around twice, she's just tonight. It's a rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie. Come on, dance to the beat of the rockabilly. You can clap your hands and stamp your feet. Lots of fun in the rockabilly beat. It's a rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie. Come on, dance to the beat of the rockabilly. Well, it's a rockabilly boogie. A rockabilly boogie. A rockabilly boogie. A rockabilly boogie. A rockabilly boogie tonight. Well, I
I know a little spot on the edge of town where you can really pick 'em up and set 'em down. It's a little place called Halloway. You know the rockabilly to the break of day. Well, it's a rockabilly boogie, a rockabilly boogie, a rockabilly boogie tonight.
Ow! Yeah, rock it.
Well, they kick off the shoes, getting ready to pop. They're gonna rock a billy, I'm wearing their socks. You really ain't, you feel the thrill. So come on, little baby, do your rockabilly feel? A rockabilly boogie, a rockabilly boogie, a rockabilly boogie tonight. Well, there's a little old Susie, 17, but everybody knows her as a rockabilly queen. And there's old Slim, as quiet as a mouse. With that old Susie, he'll tear the house. But it's a rockabilly boogie, a rockabilly boogie, a rockabilly boogie tonight. Rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock, rock. Rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock. Some people think they came from Tennessee, then spread on out to the Lone Prairie. It's a hillbilly rock. Fiddly-dee turns me inside out. Give me some rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock, rock. Rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock. Hey, grab yourself a partner, lose the blues, wear your soap-hot clothes and stop in shoes. Better head for the hills, gonna blow my fuse. Ooh, I'm gonna shout, give me some rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock, rock. Rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock. Say it's rockabilly swing, the do-si-do, and the guitar man chants the old banjo. Lead the over the throat, how to go, man, go. Wiggle like a trout. Give me some rockabilly, 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 rock. Rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock, rock. Rockabilly, 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 rock. Rockabilly, rockabilly, ooh, rock, rock. From the moment that you feel this crazy beat, you got to lose control of your two-leg feet. Give me mountain juice, turn me loose, leave me where my arms about. Give me some rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock, rock. Rockabilly, 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 rock, rockabilly, rockabilly, rock, rock. You know what rockabilly's all about. You know it's gonna make you sing and shout. You know you're gonna act like a crazy fool.
Who cares? It's cool.
Rockabilly, rockabilly, ooh, rock, rock.
Well, one cup of coffee and a cigarette. I'm waiting on the one I wanna love and pet. It seems like a year since I've seen her face. Those sweet lips I can't wait to taste. I'm waiting on my baby and she ain't here yet. One cup of coffee and a cigarette. Well, I think I'm gonna cry if she don't show up. tears are gonna fall in a coffee cup. The cigarette smoke is getting in my eye. That ain't the reason that I cry. I'm waiting on my baby and she ain't here yet. A cup of coffee and a cigarette. Well, one cup of coffee and a cigarette. I'm waiting on the one I want to love and pet. It seemed like a year since I seen her face. The sweet lips I can't wait to taste. I'm waiting on my baby and she ain't here yet. A cup of coffee and a cigarette.
Oh yeah, classic bit of rockabilly there for you by none other than Mr. Glenn Troutman, aka also known as, or known all around the world as Mr. Glenn. And that's off the Best of Ace Rockabilly, and that's one cup of coffee and a cigarette, or one cup of coffee. And then before that, it was a Rockabilly by a Guy Mitchell from the album The Ultimate Collection. That's disc 1 of 2. And if you notice, those first 3 tracks all had Rockabilly in the title, and that's why I did it the way I did it this week. And then before that, what can I say? If you ain't going to get no better than a rockabilly trio or rock and roll trio than them, it was Johnny Bennett and the legendary Rock and Roll Trio. And that's off the album, the legendary Johnny Bennett and the Rock and Roll Trio. And that was Rockabilly Boogie. Because I put that in because of the track just before it. It was a Rockabilly Boogie again, but a totally different song. And that was by the John Barry 7 from the 6.5 special CD I got at home. And believe me, I must bring in some more John Barry stuff. John Barry's they were mainly instrumental band, hit and miss and stuff like that. I think they even did Jukebox Jury. Or was that hit and miss? I don't know. I forget now. I'm getting old and grey, listeners, I tell you. And then before that, what can I say? Bobby Lord from the album CBS Rockabilly Classics Volume 2. And you can hear a little bit of a click in that. That's because that's taken from my vinyl copy. And it was Everybody's Rocking But Me. I played on the show before. I don't know if I said it, but I might have forgot to say hello to a certain person, or one person in particular. And that was you, Mary Powell. Good afternoon, Mary. I hope you're listening, and I hope you're enjoying what you're hearing so far. Right, what am I going to give you now? I just put the playlist away, and I haven't got a clue. Oh, yes, here's a bit of Bob Luman for you. Anybody want a bit of Bob Luman? Well, here he is, because I've got some great tracks right at the end, so I might jump a few and get straight onto the end tracks in a minute. Who knows? But here's a bit of Bob Luman for you.
Everybody's talking about a rockin' and a rollin', hoppin' and a hoppin', chicken and a stolen, but I'm gonna talk about you. Sweeter than none of you. You shake me up, you buttercup, baby, I'm gonna talk about you. Everybody's talking about intercontinentals, satellites and rockets, but I'm sentimental, I'm gonna talk about you. The way I love you so. Your kiss is fine, your mind is all, baby, I'm gonna tell about you. I wanna tell you, it's divine, when you press your lips on mine, the way your heart gives mine a thrill, I'm gonna shout it from the highest hill. Everybody's talking about bingo and the weather, all I want to know is, can we get together, so I can talk about you. You know I love you, I do. We'll take a walk, we'll have a talk, baby, I'm gonna talk about you. Everybody's talking about a rockin' and a rollin', hoppin' and a hoppin', chicken and a stolen, but I'm gonna talk about you. You're sweeter than honey. You shake me up, you buttercup, baby, I'm gonna talk about you. Oh, I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna
feeling in your bones, but taps on your toes and get gone, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, a little shoe shine boy, he never gets low down, but he's got the dirtiest job in town, bending low at the people's feet on the windy corner of a dirty street. But I asked him while he shined the shoes, how'd he keep from getting the blues? He grinned as he raised his little head, he popped his shoe shine rag, and then he said, get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, a jumpy rhythm makes you feel so fine. It'll shake all your trouble from your worried mind. Get rhythm. When you get the blues. Get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your bones, put taps on your toes, get gone, get a rhythm. When you get the blues. Well, I sat down to listen to the shoe shine boy, and I thought I was gonna jump with joy. Slapped on my shoe polish left and right, he took his shoe shine rag and he held it tight. He stopped once to wipe the sweat away. I said, you mighty little boy to be a-working that way. He said, I like it with a big wide grin. Kept on a-popping and he said again, get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, it only costs a dime, just a nickel a shoe. It does $1 million worth of good for you. Get a rhythm. When you get the blues.
Oh, here's a bit of Cajun for you.
We stopped and shortly we bypassed Rock Hill. We never went to Kitty 99 side of that and my son got a room and go to Jordan State. Right away I'm on in through the train, taking right across Mississippi. I was on that midnight flight out of Birmingham, smoking in New Orleans. Somebody help me get out of Louisiana. Help me get the Houston town. Now some people to town in above me, and they won't let them pull boy down. Well, my daddy was a hard-shelled Alabama preacher. My mama was a dedicated Sunday school teacher. My brother went to college, got a PhD, got studied on and doing the family routine. He said, boy, you ain't never gonna amount to thing. You sit around with that silly-looking guitar and sing. You hang around them juke joints most of your time, making music like some wild man done lost his mind going, boom, boom. Now what's that supposed to mean? And sock it to me. You just a wild man, boy. Well, one day Daddy told me, boy, I've had enough. You pack up that guitar, you just pack up your stuff. So I left with my guitar and organized me a band. Call myself the Alabama Wild Man. Well, I worked every joint from New York to the Gulf, singing songs for pennies, never making enough. Many nights I lived on coffee and cold sardines, sorted crackers and pork and beans. But friends, I finally went to Music City, USA, and I'm the Alabama Wild Man, folks. I'm here to stay. I can talk so. So we made a little record. We put it out. Keep going. Yeah. Suck that guitar. Well, now I'm driving traffic, say city block long, and the Alabama wild men can do no wrong. Cause I'm selling them records, and I'm working them shows, and people love me everywhere I go. But friends, a funny thing happened about a week or so back. I worked a show in my hometown, and the place was packed. And guess who was sitting out on the front row seat? Well, my daddy, grinning up at me, and his feet yelling, "Fire your daddy, wild man! Hook it, Brian, hook it! Play that guitar, son, sure!" Yeah, that's my boy, all right. Taught him everything to know about that first guitar. Keep them checks coming in, boy. We gon' pave the drive next week. Yeah, like the old daddy, wild man.
Ah, love that track. It was Alabama Wild Man. And if you were thinking, hang on, that sounded like 3 songs in one, it does. It really does. Because it was a Jerry Reed, and that is from the album The Very Best of Jerry Reed and Alabama Wild Man. I think that could be the answer to his track Mississippi Flash. I'm not too sure. But then it also sounded like another song that he wrote, i.e. Guitar Man, with all the guitar work going in and out. And good afternoon to Gail B on the live feed. There you go, Gail. She's one that's finally come back. I think she had a few problems today getting on, but I've got a track coming up for you in a bit, Gail, so stay there. And then before that, it was none other than Mr. Jolly Allen doing a great bit of 60s rockabilly for you in the Chuck Berry's Promised Land. I love that. I do love it with a bit of Cajun going. And I must bring in Frantic Flintstones version of that again at some time. Just love the way that Cajun sound and feel goes with it. And then what can I say? What can I say but none other than one of the legends, Mr. Johnny Cash, from the Complete Sun original singles, Sun Records. It was Get Rhythm by none other than Mr. Johnny Cash. Got to have a bit of the Man in Black every now and then just to level things out and make it right. And then before that, Bob Luman from the album Bob Rocks and Everybody's Talking. Yeah. Right, I've got about 24 minutes to go, and we're coming up for the last few tracks now. But I do want to, again, apologise for last week, listeners. If you couldn't hear me on the air, we're all sorted now. It was a little technical fault, and thank you to Mr. Mike Hopwood for fixing that last week, so I can get out on air today. We do have a great team of tech guys here, I must say, and Mr. Mike Hopwood, he's been putting a lot of hours in here lately during lockdown and all, doing Studio One and all, so give him a clap, Mr. Mike Hopwood. He's done brilliantly here at Source, and you know, he's just an amazing, great guy too. Right, what have I got? Oh, yes, I'm just going to cue in the next track after this one a minute. Let me just get there, blah, blah, blah. That's the one. Right, coming up now, I have a couple of tracks by some British rock and rollers for you. Oh, yes, I certainly do. And 2 great tracks indeed. First up is a guy whose guitarist was once asked to play for Elvis in Vegas, and he refused him. Thank goodness Big Jim Sullivan did refuse Elvis, and he stayed in this country, because in the end he was playing for Tom Jones. I am, of course, talking about the one and only Mr. Marty Wilde. So I'm gonna play this one for my good mate and good friend, Mr. Louis Bray, because I know he likes a bit of Marty Wilde. I know he's listening, and he does like this track, I have to say. Just a great, and I'll agree with him. It's just a great track. You know, it's just it's one of those tracks where you've just got to sit back and chill. So here we go. I'm going to give you now Marty Wilde and Tomorrow's Clown. This is fantastic. Check it out, listeners.
In the evening, when the lights are low, I hear him say he loves you so, but I don't believe him. He's leaving town, and he'll make you tomorrow's come. Oh, can't you see? He's playing it cool. Don't wanna let him make you such a fool. If you see how he'll let you down, always to be tomorrow's cloud. Tomorrow's cloud will be so lonely. Tomorrow's cloud won't be so gay. Tomorrow's cloud will be your way. You won't be dreaming wrong. He's gonna leave you. He's gonna do you so wrong. If you don't see, I'll let you down. You have no way. You have no way to be. Oh, darling, will our love be like an evergreen tree? Stay evergreen and young as the seasons go. Your kisses could make love grow like an evergreen tree. Bloom in the summer sun and the winter snow. On every branch will blossom dreams for me and you. Our tree of love will stay evergreen, the far heart stay true. Darling, I love you so, don't you know that I'll be true till the leaves turn blue on the evergreen tree. On every blossom, dreams for me and you. Our tree of love will stay evergreen, the far heart stay ever true. Oh, darling, I love you so, don't you know that I'll be true till the leaves turn blue on the evergreen tree. On the evergreen tree. On the evergreen tree.
There'll never be anyone else but you for me. Never ever be, just couldn't be anyone else but you. If I could take my pick of all the girls I've ever known, I would come and pick you out to be my very own. There'll never be anyone else but you for me. Never ever be, just couldn't be anyone else but you. Heart that's true and long street is all I have to give. All my love belongs to you as long as I may live. There'll never be anyone else but you for me. Never ever be, just couldn't be anyone else but you. I never will forget the way you kiss me when we're not together. I wonder if you miss me, 'cause I hope and pray the day will come when you will belong to me. Then I'm gonna prove to you how true my love can be. There'll never be anyone else but you for me. Never ever be, just couldn't be anyone else but you.
Oh yeah, there you go. 3 great tracks there before I play the last 2. I got another 15 minutes to go, so I'm going to run you through those last 3 tracks. It was that one there from the album Rock and Roll Forever. It was none other than the legendary Mr. Ricky Nelson and Never Be Anyone Else But You. I've always liked that track. I don't know why, it's just a great little track. And then before that, Evergreen Tree by Cliff and the Shadows, taken from the album Me and My Shadows from 1960. It was their, that album I preferred to Cliff's 21. So if you like the early stuff and you really want to get a good early album, Me and My Shadows is the album to get if you can get it. And I'm going to dedicate that to my sister Lynn Welch, as Lynn has always been a big Cliff fan. She's always liked him. And so Lynn, I expect Anne will tell you or somebody, but I'll do what I got to do to get it to you, Lynn. That was for you, Lynn Welsh. And Evergreen Tree by Cliff Richard and the Shadows. And then before that, one of the legends that are still touring this country today and still singing and recently brought out a new album. I am, of course, talking about the legend that is Mr. Marty Wilde from the album or CD Born to Rock and Roll, the greatest hits, Tomorrow's Clown. I do like that. And I do like Marty when he does the slow stuff. His vocals are spot on. And he, like Billy Fury, actually got the American sound spot on, along with Vince Taylor. And I have a track coming up next week from Vince Taylor. In fact, I have a couple of tracks coming up next week by Vince Taylor, which reminds me, in a few weeks' time, listeners, if you want to hear some great British rock and roll, then tune into this show in a few weeks' time, because I'm going to do an all British rock and roll show, an all British Strictly Come Rockin' in a few weeks' time. Guys like Billy, Marty, Bung in a Cliff track, Vince Taylor, Vince Eager, Wee Willie Harris, Tommy Steele, might even find a bit of Johnny Gentle, all of them, and try and make up a real good British show. So give the British artists a go. I've done it, I think it was last year with some American artists. Right, I've got 13 minutes to go. So while I'm queuing in for the last track, because the last track of the show today is for the lovely Gail Burnett. She requested it, and it's coming up shortly, Gail, so stay there. And all I'm going to say is, you're never lonely at night, my anthem. She's Cornish, so you've got to say my anthem. That's what we say down here in Cornwall, if anybody's listening online. Right, I'm going to give you this one. I do like this track by Gene. I think Gene actually pips the artist I got on at the end for ballads. In fact, he pips everybody for ballads. He just had a great ballad voice. And this track here, I do love, by the Blue Cats, and I've got to bring that in at some stage, their version. But here's Gene Vincent from the album The Ballads of Jizz. I Sure Miss You. Check this out. Fantastic. Honestly, it really is.
You took away my lovely dream, but I know don't bring that home. You took away.
You're welcome, Gail.
The kissing by love. You took away most everything, but I miss one single thing. Oh, I sure miss you. I I miss you every morning. I miss you every night. I miss you most of all. I wanna be loved just right. You took away most everything, but I miss one single thing. But I sure miss you. Well, I miss you every morning. Well, I miss you every night. Well, I miss you most of all. Well, I wanna be loved just right. You took away more than everything, but I miss one single thing. Well, I sure miss you.
Oh, I got a bit of time. I'm just going to bung this track in just before the last track. So here's a bit more Cajun for you. And anybody remembers Ma Toot Toot? Ah, yes, have a party. Yeah, the Sleepy the Beast there from the album Good Rockin' Boogie and his version of Mike Tutu. Right, coming up now is the last track of the show. And as I said, it's a request. So, Gail Burnett, this is the one you asked for. Here is The King, Elvis, and Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? I wonder if you're lonesome tonight. You know, someone said that the world's a stage and each must play a part. Fate had me playing in love with you as my sweetheart. Act one was when we met. I loved you at first glance. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act two. You seemed to change, you acted strange, and why I've never known. Honey, you lied when you said you loved me.
You stupid.
And I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on hearing your lies than to go on living without you. Now the stage is bare, and I'm standing there with emptiness all around. And if you won't come back to me, then they can bring the curtain down. Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Yeah, there you go. My man Elvis, just for you, Gail Burnett, and Are You Lonesome Tonight? You're never lonesome at night, my darling, because you've always got friends to talk to, my lover. Right, you've been listening to Strictly Come Rockin' with me, Rockin' Tony, live on Source FM 96.1 FM. I hope you've all enjoyed it today. I certainly had a blast. Glad to know that we've actually got out on air this week, and you could all hear it. And I just want to say thank you all for joining the live feed, because I'm about to cut them all off right now. So, adios, amigos. Thank you very much. And I shall catch you all again soon. But remember, keep it rockin' always, you on the live feed. Right, let's get rid of that. Hang on a minute, listeners. So,